Scott disappeared on us already.
We're here. We're live. It's Fantasy Cares in 2025. It's wild. Happy New Year. I see the chat is popping already. So
we beat Russ to the first live of the year.
He's still on vacation. You got to cut him some slack.
And we
got Ryan in to fill in.
We can all leave. Ryan can take care of it all.
No. How are you guys? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Doing well. I say that. I threw my back out last Sunday. So Bob sent me a link to a Sunday evening show that he and Scott went live during the game on Sunday. And I said, I would, but I am laying in bed and I can't move. Well, I was playing men's league basketball, which was probably not smart to start with, but we had come out of halftime and somebody yelled my name. And so I turned and that threw my back out.
That's all it takes.
And so
that's all it takes, right?
We inbounded the ball and I had to call a timeout because I needed a sub immediately. And so I've been kind of laid up. I've been working up to doing the show tonight. So
glad you're back to not quite full strength, but you're working on it.
I'm sitting up straight, which is a win.
That counts.
Well,
how about you, Bob? How's it going?
It's going well. I may have been tinkering before the show, and
no.
Yeah, we might have something new in the store, so I could probably just start the show off by.
You're not teasing like new merch because I've got my SFB 7 shirt on. I could use a new one.
Well, I mean that's it. That's a classic. So I don't think I can ever beat that. I could tease it with a little music. We could tease it with a little bit of music, maybe. But it's taking too long to process, and there we go. Very, very, very low.
I love the wrestling theme with the playoff league this year. Like that brings me back to
oh
yes.
There we go.
It brings me back to we used to spend Friday nights at my grandparents' house, and I didn't have cable, but they had cable, and I could wake up Saturday morning and watch wrestling on Saturday morning, and it just brings me all back. It's great.
Yeah, I sent Zach a text today, and I feel the excitement through his text. And he's like, "Are those wrestling buddies?" So I found some knockoff ones of those. What are they like?
The pillow things.
Pillow wrestling things.
Yeah.
We found some of those, and they're only like $30 to buy a few. So we were thinking about it.
What's the crossover or overlap on wrestling fans and fantasy players?
I bet it's
pretty high, right?
Think. Yeah.
I think it's pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Scott was mentioning the other day that we might just make wrestling be the permanent playoff theme.
Well, it was. What did we decide? It was the SFB 9 where everybody was doing like the cutting wrestling promos because Stompy won SFB 8.
Oh, that's
and
right.
Then,
yeah.
There were probably 10 or 15. I know I did one because I'm always into make a fool of myself. So
I don't even own a singlet. So
we don't want to encourage that piece of it.
I went full Undertaker. I didn't do the singlet, but I did the jacket and the gloves.
better.
And
That's better.
The hat. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
He's gonna put his singlet on.
Yeah, that's gonna be wonderful. I know I had your video pretty handy, and I don't see it yet.
See, Reebok Joe said middle-aged adult males grew up on 90s wrestling, and it's true. Like if
Absolutely.
you're,
I mean, yeah, that I would say that is pretty much our following.
So my dad is this big burly Scottish dude, right? And he trimmed his beard down to a goatee during that era of Undertaker, and he took this picture. Drew on an Undertaker outfit.
that's
Probably
awesome.
one of my favorite pictures of him because it's his beard is all trimmed. Like he used to have like Braveheart hair and like beard and stuff, but he trimmed it down for that, which is fun.
Wow.
Scotland? What is that? I'm trying to read the chat, just getting here.
When you left, we thought you
Singlet,
were
I
going to
think.
put your singlet on, and so you
Oh,
said
yeah.
Scotland.
Yeah, well, yeah, I should have. I don't have a singlet, but I could just get undressed and you could imagine the singlet on me.
Zach,
That feels-
favorite wrestler growing up? Who you got?
It was always the Undertaker. He was my guy. Like
Undertaker.
I remember watching the first match, and from there I was just like, yep, that's the guy.
I think it was Survivor Series, wasn't it?
Yeah.
His first match, he just showed up.
Yep. And then of course, then you had him with Paul Bearer, so you had the intro, the lights,
Oh,
and
that's
the
right.
yeah. Oh yes,
How about you, Ryan?
Man, I remember when I was real young, I liked Brutus the Barber. You guys remember him?
Beefcake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Had
Yeah, he was
his little
fun.
show set, his little barbershop set.
Yeah.
Man, beating the guy and then cutting his hair is that's crazy.
That's hilarious. What if they didn't have hair though? And he used a razor, didn't he? He used like an
No, just a big old like
Yeah, it was like
shears.
edge trimmers.
Yeah. Well, I knew he carried those, but I thought there was like there was a hair match at one point.
Yeah,
Maybe.
probably. I don't know. I remember watching a lot back then. I probably can't remember the storylines as well as I should. But more than that, I probably shouldn't have known the storylines at that age. Feels like there are a lot of probably some problematic stuff nowadays, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Good times. Similar to your injury, Zach, not even remotely as similar, but so my father-in-law hurt his knee, and I gave him my knee brace and some KT tape and stuff.
Yeah.
And after they left, within an hour, my knee started popping, and I'm like, "Yeah, of course. I've been fine for a while. No, this is the old guy show. if you're just tuning in, we talk about how we're all getting old.
Yeah, in the second hour, we'll talk about our arthritis going and whether or not there's weather coming in. You could tell that.
Yeah, you want a weather forecast? Stay tuned. We'll let you know how we're feeling and whatnot. Yep. But so SFB had a winner. Did you hear about that? Did you hear this in the news? Was it on the news?
I got the newsletter.
I saw that.
Yeah. There would have been a newsletter. That's right. There would have been. Yeah, Chris Charles, who was watching with us live on Monday night as the championship went down.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, actually, Lewis Wood was also watching with us live, and we actually brought him up on stage to talk about it while it was going on. So Chris and Charles were
He was staying up late, wasn't he?
He was really late. Yeah, yeah. Lewis and Chris were.
Yeah,
in
Lewis,
there.
our guy over at DLF. Happy
Yep.
to see Lewis get third there. Of course, not quite what he wanted, but super
No.
impressive. And Blair Andrews, obviously at RotoViz, right there near the top of the leaderboard. Also,
Yep.
I mean, all of these names in the top 10, top 20, top 50, very impressive. Of course, my name was not anywhere near that,
No,
unfortunately.
No. Mine either. Despite my impressive run, as the chat knows. Ryan, I don't think you know this story because you've been in school for the times we've gone live and talked about it. You were in school and stuff. So I thought I'd miss the playoffs because I'll go to a different week. I'll go to round one. But see, if you type in Scott, it does nothing. You have to actually type Scott space F to get my name to pop up. Even if you type in Fish, it does nothing because clearly the name Scott and Fish are all over in the background of the system, you know?
Right.
So I go on there and I type in my name. I type in Scott. And I'm like, I'm not in there, you know? So I thought I didn't make the playoffs. So I didn't set my lineup for round one. And I left multiple players on bye, injured, or injured, whatever, in my lineup that got zeros. I somehow got through. And then in round two, same deal. People on bye, just like zeros in my lineup. And I found out as I was talking with Paul Charchian, who was right on the cut line, scroll down the cut line. I was right on the cut line with him. And I'm like, what the hell? I didn't think I made it. Apparently my league, my SFB league knew I had made it because they had looked up the league. And they had known I'd been. They were confused by my lineups with injured players and bye week players. And I made it through again. The third week I actually set my lineup and I made it through again. Or was it the first two and did I set myself the third or just the fourth, Bob?
The third. The third was your the time you went 2 rounds without setting your lineup and got through, and then found out. For some reason I felt like it might have been 3 that I could go back and check real easy. Maybe. But I know when you said it, you got eliminated. Yeah,
I was gonna say, Bob, show that comment. We got to get that one on here.
Yep. We'll find it.
So I'm banned from SFB after not setting my lineup
if you're tanking at an SFB, you're not invited back. So
you would definitely be receiving a harshly worded email from Bosch or Russ as commissioners.
Yeah, I straight up made it into the quarters, not even knowing I was in the playoffs somehow.
That's wild.
Yeah, I'm gonna check my week 14 lineup to see if. Nope. 12, 13, 14, I didn't start. Oh, no, 14, I did start a lineup because I had Trey Lance and Tolbert in because that was my best options. And then George Pickens, that's what happened week 3. I had George Pickens in even though he was out because I forgot to double check my lineup right before. Or I did, but it was a late scratch or whatever. I don't know. So I had 3 zeros in my lineup in week 14 and still continued on.
Wow.
Absolutely insane. But it kept my streak of SFB playoffs alive. I've only missed twice in all the years. So
that's pretty good though.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I'm the Jeff Fisher. I am 500 every year.
500 every year. Normally 500 is pretty good. It'll get you there.
It's a tough division though.
Today was my son Mac's 7th birthday. They're getting old way too fast. 7 is still very young, but Ian will be 12 in 2.5 days. Wow. And I was talking with you, Ryan, about your kid, senior going off to college next year, and it's just like, these kids, can they stay little? I mean, I want them to, and there are other times I don't, but
Yeah.
man,
Yeah, I get that for sure.
It's
Yeah, I don't. It hasn't really sunk in yet that we've got a senior. You know, it probably won't until next fall when he heads out. But yeah, pretty wild.
Yeah. I unfortunately saddled both my kids with the really close to Christmas birthdays. My wife is January 10th, so a whole bunch of them, but close to Christmas. So you try to do it up a little extra, on their birthday to make it seem special and separated and whatnot. Mac was the New Year's baby at his hospital. He was the third baby in the state of Minnesota that year. So that was fun, my wife having just had a baby and getting pictures taken and stuff like that. I think we could have done without those, but
she could have, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. I don't even know where those exist anymore. Did you hear that? She said, I have one. Your eyes look stupid. We had a baby in the middle of the night. I mean, how was I supposed to look
like that she had just given birth and you're the one that looks bad.
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean that's fair. Like that's fair.
Yeah, it's still true. Still true.
What? That's the problem with fish eyes, someone says in the chat. Yeah, my eyes. They're not great. Oh my gosh. My wife just sent it to me. Oh man. So we got a playoff league you can join. Those in the chat. You should tell every single person you've ever known in your entire life. I mean, if you haven't talked to someone since high school, text them.
It's a good icebreaker.
Yeah. Do you like playoff leagues? I might show this on screen, honey. Nope, I'm not going to. I look terrible. How do I look that bad? Oh my God. Oh my God. I've never looked bad. Did I get hit in the face? Oh my God. I cannot show this. I can't show this. I'm sorry, guys. This is.
Wait, would you auction it off for a fundraiser?
Would I auction off the ability to see this picture for a fundraiser? I don't know. This is other people see this is like me eat a pickle. I don't know.
I feel like an autographed copy ought to be somewhere up for auction.
Oh my God. I'm wearing a The Commish shirt. Oh my gosh. What happened to me? Wow. If you ever wonder what it looks like when you get hit by a 2x4, I feel like I see a picture of it now.
See, we got Hacksaw Jim Duggan now. It all ties back into the playoff league.
There it is. Playoff league. $10. You should go join. FantasyCares.org. It's right on the front page. You can jump in. FantasyCares.org/SFPL. I showed my son the shop, the Fantasy Care shop, FantasyCares.com, and I showed him all the wrestling shirts. And he went to his little piggy bank thing and brought me $40 and showed me which one he wanted. I was like, all right, hold up. I'll get it, but you don't need to.
That's awesome.
Reach into your piggy bank for some money. Secrets don't make friends. Trust me, Jason. No one wants to see this. No one wants to see this. It is bad. Wow. That's what no sleep does, huh? Whew. All right, now we're too quiet.
Well, I was pulling up Shop Fantasy Cares.
You're gonna
wanted to make sure everything was showing up here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We should give something away.
We can definitely give something away.
Yeah. What else do we got going on? The golf one and done, I don't think we're ready for. We need to figure out some prizes. For the playoff league, Bob, what do you think about that Josh Allen jersey behind you?
Sure.
Oh,
I thought he was going to give away LaDainian Tomlinson.
No. It will come without the frame. The frame is actually for the live drafts.
Ooh.
So I found a way to get some frames for the live draft. But yeah, we can do the jersey. No problem.
Yeah, probably. I suppose we could do a T-shirt of your choice from a wrestling one of the SFPL shirts.
I had to put the tank top in there.
Well, that's the one my son wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to be like Fiala.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
He doesn't do sleeves, so
yeah. I can say with my son, it would look very different than Fiala because my son is constantly eating and constantly shooting up, and he's 11 and he's 5'2" and I think 35 pounds. I'm pretty sure I can wrap my arm around my hand around his bicep. Like he's so thin. The actual board. What actual board?
The
the
playoff.
playoff league.
draft board.
Yeah,
Maybe?
if you've
You signed up. I don't know.
I'm not sure what that means. But if it's draft board or if you don't do draft in the playoff league, you just pick players. Hep is sending out the invites. Like I'm sure he's up to date. Hep is very good about that.
He's in the chat. He can probably answer.
I know.
Yeah,
I got my invite.
Yeah, we're about a quarter full. I believe it's absolutely dead even currently between the heels and the faces. My God, this picture. What is this picture? Oh my God. Okay.
Oh,
I feel like the picture has to
So-
come out.
It's so bad. It's so bad. How is this picture that bad? Okay.
So, one of the gifts I got for Christmas from my father's girlfriend was a picture of me framed sitting staring off into space while I'm waiting to go up at the Hall of Fame banquet at college. And it's just one of the worst pictures that I've ever had taken. Next week, I'll put it up where my mirror is behind me. So we'll have that up. It was very bad.
Oh man. Well, props to you for being willing to show it. I am not willing to show this.
I've made my peace with the way I look, Scott. I've looked this way my whole life. It's not pretty, but it's what I got.
Oh, I know I'm not, yeah. Same boat. But this one is levels below what I thought I had no idea it was going to be that bad. Like no idea. Oh my God.
I'm surprised.
I'm getting like a Sloth from Goonies. Like that's kind of the picture that is in my mind, Scott.
I mean, if you put me that picture on a side by side with Sloth, people would have trouble picking it out. They'd be like,
Ooh, this could be a way that Scott could get into SFB 15.
which one? Which one is this?
He might need to show this photo to get into SFB 15.
Is that Sloth? So, I was gonna pull up I still can. I was gonna pull up the page. I'm not logged in, so it doesn't show as much as I wanted it to. But if you get in on the playoff league, there's the faces and then there's the heels. As you can see, they got red on the outsides of the heels. It's and blue on the two different themes. I'm gonna have 3 tabs here. The first tab is gonna have this down here, which is the overall, which will be I believe the Universal Championship or whatever you want to call it. You know, the undisputed heavyweight, the undisputed championship, whatever it is. And then going to have the tag team championship. And if you'll notice, people already have partners in the tag team. Yep. They already got their partners. See who McDowell's partnered with. Oh, he's not in there yet. I was just joking around, McDowell. But I'm partnered with my son, so we'll strategize on how to win the tag team championship. But we'll have multiple championships in there. So
I guess I'll have to sign up.
You need a partner, Bob?
Yeah. There we go.
I'm really excited for MFL's updates and their new Slick app that are coming. It sounds like MFL is you're gonna be able to toggle between classic MFL and new MFL as well, which is great for a lot of people too. I bet
that would be fantastic.
But yeah, we are. We'll have some beta stuff this year, but I mean, next year MFL will. I say we like any part of MFL, but we might be a year out from MFL having a fully functional desktop, unlike and then a sleeper-like app with a fully functional desktop version, browser version, and all the customization we're all used to. Like it's.
I feel like you can say we with MFL. It's like common law marriage. Like if you're together long enough, that you can say we.
If you commission enough leagues.
Yeah, could be. But I love Sleeper too. I play on 5 platforms. I think it's arguably the most limited, but no, not arguably. It is the most limited, but has the best UI. So it's just, it's a very interesting situation.
I'm down to 4 platforms. I'd like to cut it down a little bit more. It's tough to go platform to platform and remember to set them all.
I agree.
I'd much rather go right down the list.
Yeah, I keep them all in a bookmark. Oh, it's off the screen now, but a bookmark called Leagues, and I just click and open them all up in tabs and just do them one by one and close them.
Yep, same.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is absolutely not true. The amount you can do with it's absolutely not true. But yeah, I would put ESPN on the lower end of those too. But I do like anyway. Well, yeah, just they're missing so many desktop features. Especially if you're a commish, there's things you can't even fix as a commish. Like there are certain things you can't fix as a commish on the desktop version. You have to use the app to do too, which is very frustrating. But yes, best ball, their picks, their weekly picks, and against the spread and just regular pick'ems, and their something else that I do with Ian sometimes. I can't remember what it was. Oh, the Survivor. None of those can be done on desktop. They have to be done on app. And when you have an 11-year-old without a phone, you have to sign out and sign back in with the they don't allow you to be signed on to multiple accounts. There's just it is what it is. It is what it is. I have not done Yahoo for years, so I can't speak to Yahoo. God, it's probably been a decade, maybe less. I don't know. I look up stuff on Yahoo sometimes for a certain show that uses Yahoo stuff. I don't play on it, but that show uses Yahoo, roster percentages, Yahoo, stuff like that. So I'll go on it occasionally to look that up. But yeah. What else do we want to talk about? Food, movies, TV shows?
I'm curious. I actually just thought about who was the MVP of SFB. Who are our top scorers for the year?
I'm not sure. Russ normally does that on the wrap-up show.
So we had no wrap-up show because Russ went on vacation and none of us knew what to do.
He can do that next week. I do know, the final couple weeks, I'm sure Taylor propelled a lot of people. I'm sure Higgins in the final game.
I feel like we could find it.
Yeah. Debo is the one who won the game for Chris, which is pretty cool.
Oh, are you talking about season long, Bob?
I'm just talking at who's the MVP? I mean, compared with draft position to the amount of points.
Well, the top.
I mean, Saquon's got to be up there.
Yeah, Lamar is 1, Barkley is 2, Josh Allen, Derrick Henry, Jaden Daniels. So those are all. I mean, even Daniels.
Yeah, Daniels still was top 3 rounds. Right?
That would be a surprise, but he was still a second or third rounder in SFB. Chase, Burrow, Baker Mayfield, 8th overall. So that would be.
Yeah,
he would be one of the options there. Brock Bowers. I know I took Bowers in like the 7th or 8th. He was 9th overall in scoring.
Kittle.
So he's in that conversation for kind of MVP. Bijan, Gibbs, Kyron, Jacobs, Hurts, McBride, Chase Brown would be another one. 16th overall in SFB scoring. Sam Darnold, 17th. And then here's kind of, so much of SFB during draft time was the changes that were made and the scoring and the kick return. Kevontae Turpin, 22 overall. So, if you were one of the guys that took him in the 3rd or 4th, that's fine. If you took him in the 10th or 12th or 15th, feels real good.
Shaheed was on that path before he got injured too. Like Shaheed was living up to that 4th, 5th, 6th round draft capital or whatever. But
so this default view, and this is MFL scoring. I was in an MFL league, so I don't have Sleeper in front of me. I assume it's the same, right? It's the same, right? Yeah. So the top 32 are here. I mean, that Turpin, I guess, would be a major surprise. Bowers and Chase Brown finishing so high. Mayfield and Sam Darnold. And then Johnny Smith ended up 31 overall after pretty much nothing the first month or so. So that was obviously very impressive as well.
Yep. And I know I got Darnold in the 13th, and I was reaching because Bo Nix wasn't off the board yet. A couple of the starters, Derek Carr.
Yeah, Jason points it out in the chat. Shaheed was 5th overall in points per game, played 6 games, gave you 35, 23, a 0 in week 3. I don't really remember what happened there. 38, 29, 29. So, 25 points a game through 6 weeks.
Didn't you draft him, Zach?
I did. Yeah. I got him.
What round?
I am efforting that. I think it was the 7th, but it might have been later than that.
It was the 6th.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say
round, 7th pick.
Went in the 6th and 7th a lot. So
yep. Well, because you looked at what he did last year, and the return yards were even more kind of bumped up this year, and I was like, man,
right?
If he plays wide receiver and returns kicks, he's a top 10 player. And then to get him in the in the 5th or 6th, 7th round, you're feeling good about it. There were some people who took him like early, 2nd or 3rd, and to me, there's not much meat on the bone. But playing it with with the kick returners. I mean, I drafted Chase Brown too because he was returning kicks to start the season. I'm like, all right, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
But
Next year, man. Next year's gonna be real fun with that kind of stuff, though. Have I told you guys about next year?
No.
Oh my god, my
No.
favorite thing about next year is scoring. Everybody is used to, so that's gonna be great.
That's wild.
That does sound good.
You've been sitting on that for a while.
I know. I was hesitant when I should release that, but tonight's the night. As
Quite an
Well, you
advantage
just
being
put
in
it
the
out
chat.
there. Just put it out there, just like that.
Yep. So, what are we thinking for giveaways, Bob? We thinking one of these guys? Beach
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse in a soda can. Have you
Do
opened
that.
one of these? Do you know what they look like on
I
the
have
inside?
not opened one. I have not opened one. I mean,
I kind of want to open it just to see what it looks like, but also, like, if we're giving it away, it feels like I shouldn't open it.
correct. Shouldn't open it if you're giving it away. So you can pick a different one.
I'm gonna
Want to give that one away?
I'm gonna look. I might Google what they look up. I don't know. Maybe in honor of this movie coming out today, streaming on streaming services.
There we go. It's a good one.
We just
Got
went
it,
and watched that
Glenda.
today.
You just watched that today, Wicked.
We did.
It came out on streaming today.
You can
It's rent or buy.
Yeah.
rent to buy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
$20 to rent and 30 to buy. But we actually went to the theater because
That's when things hit in your area.
yeah.
Once it goes on, you can buy it at home, it hits Maine
Yeah.
theater.
Ooh, let's give away a 1 hour cooking seminar with Zach.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm in.
We can do that.
Go ahead, garlic and broccoli gnocchi tonight. It was not bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gnocchi is one of my 11-year-old's favorite foods. Favorite meals.
Look, I crisped up some bacon, like did a little dusting of crispy bacon on top. It was nice. It's nice.
You know what he's been doing? He puts the gnocchi in like a pasta type sauce
Yep.
and like melts mozzarella balls on top of it.
Yeah. Nice.
Does it in like a pie pan,
Yeah.
like a glass pie pan that you can bake.
Like a fancy hot dish.
Like a fancy hot dish.
I like it.
I love when we get into food on this on this show. Ryan, I've been telling Zach I need to make breakfast sandwiches and the fried cheese dippings, like mozzarella stick type things when we're in Canton.
Yes, that sounds great to me. Yes, please.
Feels like a lot of people are interested.
Yeah,
in this.
we actually have to go for a few extra days for the amount of food that we've discussed we're going to have.
The amount of food we are planning on.
Show up on Tuesday, leave on Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh,
We're gonna get a smoker, so I can smoke some meat, and then
right. How many days of work can you miss, Ryan?
Oh my gosh. I'm pushing it already.
I know you are. Oh,
One more
man.
year. One more year, fellas.
It's down to one more year already, and then you're done.
Well, a year and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, a year and a half. Oh, geez. That's so close. I'm just
I
thinking
know.
of how much you can visit me after that happens.
We're back to old man talk. Let's talk about retiring.
Yeah, we're going there. Yeah. I also have a bunch of these little guys. Here's a Cooper Cup. Who's this gonna be? I bet this is gonna be a good one. Nope. Okay, well, Trevor Lawrence.
busy soda pop guy.
That's what he looks like in there.
Yep.
Jalen Hurts.
Where'd that come from, Bob?
This?
Well, the can.
Came from a can. Funko.
Oh, okay.
That's what
Funko soda.
apparently that's what's in this guy.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I just hadn't seen that. I didn't know what it
Yeah,
was.
they tried. Got a bunch of different things.
Is it the pop top and he like comes out like the Coke? Do you remember that? There was like one summer where you had money in Coke cans. This was a while ago. I'm dating myself. It was probably like late 80s, early 90s, but like they had it was like there's magic in the real thing. And you top and the money comes out. No, I'm
I kind of
looks like you
remember.
popped
I
the
feel like
top.
there's like New Kids on the Block in the commercial.
They had a bunch of hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you popped the top on it. Let's see. If I can get the plastic off.
Pick another one, and it's 90s. Oh, Hutchinson.
Hutch.
Yeah. What does the chat think? Funko, Pop. Let's see the Mickey one. Should we do the Mickey one? Should we do Glinda?
Oh, it's like a twist, maybe?
I got glove hands SpongeBob here. Any SpongeBob fan?
This guy
Any
pops
SpongeBob fans in here? In the chat.
Oh, someone said it was LFO. Did the
Yeah, New Kids on the Block. They had a bunch of hits.
Yeah.
Yep. Chinese food makes me sick.
I've heard of him.
This guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It just comes in the can.
Joe.
Can Brian see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Hep says the next 10 people to sign up for an SFPL 10 will get a personalized MFL invite tonight.
Ooh,
That's big.
that's
Sounds special.
oh, way to sell it. Way to sell it. Yeah, we don't have a game on. We don't have anything. I see some people Funko Pop. One person said, a couple of people said Glenda.
Yeah. That's what I saw first. Was Glenda.
Well, I mean, it's that. The joke is that who's
Glenda.
Sounds good.
I know Glinda. I'm a heel masquerading in the face division to eliminate Scott. Oh, someone mentioned, and I told him or him. I think. Oh yeah, it was him. I told him it'd be too hard to do, but I love it. He said that you should be able to do, like, after you join, you should be able to do. You get one heel turn where you can, swap one of your players or whatever during the course of the playoffs. And I'm like, I don't want to do that for 1,000 teams, but I love where your head's at.
It's a Royal Rumble. How do we eliminate people?
Oh yeah, I could have a.
You got to throw them over the ropes.
Absolutely.
We do
Like
that.
there are so many things we can do just with the way it's currently set up. Like we got the tag team, we got the Universal. I bet I could make a Royal Rumble where the bottom 25% are eliminated weekly. I bet I absolutely could. So that there's a Royal Rumble final, whatever. I mean, even though that doesn't really have a final, but I bet I could do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm gonna write it down.
Eliminator style. Yeah.
Yep. If I ever have time again. Royal Rumble for SFPL. Look at all the fun stuff we are adding to this SFPL. You should join and tell every one of your friends to join. 25% full. 25% full. I don't know who Sniper is saying is fast. Survivor Series teams of 4, 1 heel, 1 face, eliminated weekly. Next.
Oh, he must have signed up, and Hep already sent him an invite.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. This is gonna be fun. I was telling Bob all the fun things I think we can do with this. I think it might be fun just to do this theme every year for SFPL and just have the 10th year. This is the new theme, at least for a while, till it runs its course. But I feel like there's a lot we can do with it each year.
Well, and a lot of interest. There's a lot of ways you can go with the shirts and the shop. It's beautiful.
Yep. Yeah. There's wrestling has spent decades creating ideas that we can utilize for a playoff league. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, here's one.
I also we were talking about changing the name.
Yeah.
Playoff Mania.
Playoff Mania, and maybe we have 2 playoff leagues.
Oh,
We'll think about it.
I mean that could work. I think make one a little more exclusive.
Bringing out the Parsons. I'm just running through these Funkos. See what people.
He just wants to show you all his Funkos, everyone.
I know. No. I'm wondering. I only have so many things I can give away here.
I got a couple of things if we need.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering: are people more interested in the Glinda, or the SpongeBob, or the Mickey Mouse? Or random mini Funkos, which I can either pull randomly or we could decide on one. It's 9:23. We've been on almost an hour or 45 minutes. Imagine.
Well, let's do Glinda. That's what a lot of people say.
Quick Glinda. Yeah. No Kenny Hill.
No Kenny Hill. All right. Sorry, little Funkos. It's going to be Glinda tonight. Okay. All right. Let me get out my my wheel of names. Wheel of. All right. Okay. Wheel of names. All right. I believe I've got everybody still on the wheel of names. Let's spin this thing. See who's going to win.
Yep. It's blue.
That'll look nice on your shelf.
Pulled it off. The odds were against me, but I pulled it off. All right, let me remove this as I do it. So you have to. All right, let's put Glinda spelled correctly in the chat, and I will put your name in this name of wheels while Ryan, Bob, and Zach take the wheel for a minute and chat about lots of fun stuff.
We have to vamp, but Russ is really the master at that.
He is.
Yeah, we all miss Russ. Her rumor has it he isn't coming back. He's just going to stay on vacation.
He's an expat now. He's absconded.
Yep. He looked like he was having a lot of fun. He popped in one day on us, and it looked like he was having a lot of fun there.
I saw him pop in. They just got there. I saw him pop in. But fantasy championships. Did either of you? I know Bob, you won at least one.
I got a couple, yeah.
How'd you do, Ryan?
Yeah, I got a couple as well. Won an FFPC league of DLF guys, so that was
Nice.
a good one. And then a family league, which if I didn't win, I never would have, lived it down or heard the end of it. So that was more of a relief than a celebration. I think I was in 4 or 5 finals and won 2. So
Nice.
yeah, some tough injury luck, but that happened to everybody.
Oh,
in week 17.
We say this every year, like this is the worst year I've seen, but like this year, I mean, it always feels like it because you're in the moment, but man, this felt nasty.
Well, I did see some multiple comments, multiple people saying we've got to move title games to week 16. So, Scott, I don't know if you wanted to make that announcement. No, not yet. Okay.
But then you
remember when we talked about that? Remember when they moved it forward?
Yeah.
We talked about we can see this becoming an issue even for week 16 because there are enough games that a lot of things can get decided before those final 2 weeks.
But they moved the bye week so late that like you're gonna run into the same thing where you have bye weeks in the playoffs. So it's like what?
Yeah.
Man,
that's
The
it.
NFL really needs to start talking to fantasy commissioners to figure out the correct scheduling.
Well, we're gonna have 18 games pretty soon.
Yeah, I'd be fine moving back to this 16-week season if it wasn't for those dang week 14 buys we've had last couple of years.
Yeah.
I think I got everybody that said Glinda in the chat. It was a smaller amount than normal. Maybe they do not like Glinda. A lot of Glinda haters in the chat apparently tonight. That's my guess. What do you think, Ryan? Glinda haters?
One more call for Glinda.
One more call for Glinda. There are some nights I'm throwing 40 plus names in this thing, and tonight is not one of those nights, despite a decent amount of people watching. Maybe the most aren't watching on YouTube though.
All right. Well,
Wait.
There's one more. At least one more.
Yep.
Did anyone? Oh, sorry. If you're ready, I don't want to.
No, go. Adam C spelled it incorrectly, but I was putting them anyway when they did it incorrectly.
That's one of my friend's moms. We have a Funko of her too.
we do.
So you saw the movie, Zach? Did you see it, Scott?
Nope.
Yeah, we saw it today. My wife went with her mother last week, and then we all went today. She and the boys and I. So
yeah,
it was good. The first half was it got there eventually, but it took a minute.
The first half, as in you mean this first movie, or the first half of the first movie?
The first half of the first movie.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah, it wasn't like Oppenheimer, but it dragged a little bit at the beginning.
Gotcha.
We went and saw Sonic 3 the other day, and
no, I did enjoy that.
Yep.
We did a whole lead up because neither of my kids.
You've all 3 of you have seen Sonic 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
I fully concur with Keanu Reeves that if you'd never seen 1 and 2 and just went to 3, you'd be cool. Like it's good standalone. You just be like, okay, these are the characters. Like the other 2 are, they're good, they're fine, but you don't need to have seen them to watch 3.
Yeah. So Callan had never seen Sonic 1 or 2, so we watched those as like a lead up, right? And then I think it was on Monday, I just all of a sudden made an announcement over the speaker. I said, get your coat on, let's go see Sonic 3. And today, all Callan wanted to do was play Sega with me.
Nice.
So we went on to the Switch and played Sega.
Nice. I love that you called him over the speaker because Was he in the west wing of the house or the east wing when you?
I think he was in the Lego room.
I think he was out in the arboretum. So
Well, I use it so I don't have to get up and I don't have to yell.
I was just kidding. Yeah, I probably won't see Wicked until it's free. I don't know that we can drop the 20 or 30 in this household for it.
Well, not with the cheese budget. I mean,
It'll be not with our cheese budget. Absolutely not. Of course not. Of course not. God, I was gonna say something else.
We're waiting for Moana too.
Oh, we did see that. Meh.
Yeah.
We'll wait till that's available. Even just
That's definitely been discussed. I saw Moana too. But I think I got everyone that I saw come across. Had plenty of time, so I'm just gonna spin it. We're gonna get a Glinda on here. It goes to Adam C.
Adam C.
Adam C, you're gonna have to email me. I see him in the chat here talking about Wicked. I assume Wicked. I assume Jeff Goldblum is in Wicked by that.
This email team.
Oh yeah, he's like the wizard. That's right. So Adam C, congratulations. Can you email team@fantasycares.org with your information for me to send it to? Yeah. Someone else asked, when can you set your lineups for the playoff league, or when should you, or whatever? Before the playoffs start. Obviously you can't now because we don't even know the playoff teams. So yeah, I think MFL has that ready to go probably Tuesday. I'm gonna guess after rollover, probably once they know the playoff teams. So
Probably Monday. There's no Monday night game this week.
Oh, that's
so
right. There's no Monday games. Yeah,
They could have it Monday.
We're ending the season 292 on the Vikings Lions.
Usually.
That's right.
Usually it does end on Sunday night because
It
they
does, yeah.
flex that game.
Yep. Yep.
What are the playoff scenarios? What do we? So, Bengals still have a chance.
Yeah.
Not really.
No.
Well, quite a long shot. Well,
Tampa?
Vikings, Lions.
Yeah,
like
Vikings,
Scott said,
Lions
is a
are for
big
the
one.
1 and the 5.
Yeah, that's such an interesting one where the team that wins is going to have 2 home games, and the team that loses is
Probably
going to be on the road for 3 to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yep. That field goal with 0 seconds left. The last Vikings Lions game, they won on a field goal with 0 seconds left.
Yeah.
That might have cost. Atlanta gets in with a win and a Tampa Bay loss. Which
Denver's in with a win or a tie.
Yeah, Denver. Yeah.
Denver's in with a Miami loss or tie, plus a Cincinnati loss or tie.
yeah, Tampa Bay plays the Saints. That's not good. Tampa Bay's in.
Miami's in with a Denver loss and a Miami win.
Right.
It's going to be
But-
Denver.
I thought I saw that.
Denver plays the
Yeah,
Chiefs.
Denver's
The Chiefs are
Chiefs with nobody.
not playing anybody. Plus the Chiefs, they don't want Burrow in there.
Yeah.
Oh no, they will. Yeah, they'll do anything to keep him out.
Yeah.
Baltimore in Pittsburgh, the division's still up for grabs. Baltimore's playing the Browns.
Yeah, Baltimore wins and they got the division. Pittsburgh loses, Baltimore's got the division. If it's a tie, Baltimore gets the division. Pittsburgh can win it if they win and Baltimore loses.
See, I've just been on Tankathon. That's where the Patriots fans. We've just been on Tankathon to see the first pick.
How close are we?
1 right
You
now.
have the first pick right now.
Yeah. But this is not a great
trade
it's a
out.
great draft to have the first pick because it's not a trade the first pick draft, and you already
Yeah.
got your quarterback.
I mean, you're gonna have to trade down.
yeah.
I think you'll find somebody to trade with.
You think
Some
the
people
Giants
want a quarterback. There'll
You
be a
think the
quarterback
Giants
that
do that?
pops.
Now, can you find like later in the draft? Can you draft 5 offensive linemen and 8 of 11 defensive players? Like, is that? Can you,
And some receivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get 6 third rounders for the first overall.
For the first, is that the chart?
That's
if
the
you
Belichick math.
yeah, if you trade that first for like a couple first, couple seconds, trade those first and seconds. Yeah, you can keep going back. You could get like 15 7th rounders
Yeah.
potentially.
Some rugby players, some lacrosse players. Who knows?
Two of the best defenders on the Vikings team right now are undrafted free agents. So, well, 2 of our 7 best, I should say.
Well, the Patriots are so good at drafting, right? So good at finding quality
Wide
talent.
receivers,
Uh,
too.
Oh,
the best receiver they've had in the last 20 years. They drafted a quarterback to play corner.
this is the second time I think Mel has said too much info, and I'm not sure what you meant either time. I feel like we didn't give.
I think the first one was the singlet, but I don't know the second one.
Oh,
Maybe it's that Bob and I are Pats fans. That could be too much info. People don't like that.
yeah,
Too much info.
yeah, or maybe it was something in the chat that I missed.
I mean, maybe it was us actually talking football.
This show doesn't talk football; it just hangs out.
I mean, it's definitely. I mean, it's gone a little too football heavy. We might need to get some food takes and get back.
I already did gnocchi talk, Bob. I don't know what else you need.
Yeah, we made tacos tonight for dinner. That was delicious.
We hit up Shake Shack.
That's good.
No, I've never had Shake Shack.
I
There's
like
one in
Shake
the
Shack.
Orlando airport, but I didn't get it.
Shake Shack is one of my son's favorites.
Gotta do it.
Ian loves Shake Shack.
It's a good one. Callan wants the hot dog and the Oreo shake. That's it.
I would love Shake Shack if I, didn't have to work street corners afterwards to pay for it. It's and maybe it's different. When we go to the mall, when I say we're going to the Mall of America is 5, 6, 7 miles from us. That's our mall. So that's the mall my kids know as what a mall is the Mall of America. So I can't wait till they go in a different mall and find out the difference. Wait, where's the amusement park? What's going on here? Why aren't there whole hotels attached to the mall? Where's the hotel wing? But everything, all the prices are so much more in the mall. Even the restaurants in the mall, even the fast food, like a Chick-fil-A in the mall is more expensive. So I wonder if Shake Shack prices are or if that's just mall Shake Shack prices,
I mean, it was $30-something for a shake, a burger, a hot dog, and fries.
Huh. Okay. Normally I take my 2 kids and it's $35 for a very small meal, 3 burgers, a fry, and 2 shakes.
Yeah.
So, and
It's
$35,
$8 for the shake. You got $8 for a burger, $7 for the hot dog. So you're easily at 30 once you add fries and tax. Yeah. It's very similar.
Yeah. Oh, fast food you do. You don't pay in Minnesota, you don't pay tax on food and clothing at all, but that's grocery items and clothing. So most of the stuff in the Mall of America, all the clothing and stuff, you don't. But fast food, they do tax. They do tax restaurants. But yeah, there's a lot of sales tax we don't pay here in Minnesota. That's for sure. Food and clothing, because they're, essential necessities. So, but yeah, that is a pretty cool thing about up here, I guess. I like there are just like there are states where you don't have property tax because they view that as essential, like Florida, Texas, etc. But yeah, fast food and restaurants don't apply to that, unfortunately.
And that was a big thing why people were going to play in Miami in the NBA was no income tax on their NBA contracts.
Mm.
That's a big number.
It's also very mediocre, though. Like, I mean, the price is reflected in the flavor.
Scott started the In-N-Out war again.
Scott Fishbowl After Hour. Did I say anything out of pocket?
No.
Yeah. This is true.
It's TMI.
Yeah. TMI, baby. No. No, I don't think so. No, it's a fun place. People should visit it once. McDowell, you've been there, right? You came to Minnesota.
Oh
Did
my
you guys
gosh.
go to-
Yeah. We went once. It was during COVID and most of the stores were closed. So it was quite the experience.
Oh man. I can't even imagine. We never went there during that time. So
Yeah, we gotta get back up there. But yeah, the
Yeah.
one time we came up and hung out with you guys and your family.
yep.
Yeah, we went to the mall, but mostly closed.
That is too bad. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. And I will say the amusement park, unless you buy like the unlimited wristband, it's probably not worth it. It's like, I don't know. I think if you buy just on points, it's probably like $6-7 a ride. But if you buy a wristband, it's like $35 and you can ride as much as you want all day. So like, that's not a bad deal.
Just leave your kids there and then go do your shopping.
Yep. We're going.
I'm sure people do.
Yep. We're going there on Saturday for my son Ian's birthday, which is the 4th. And I think we're going to do an escape room and they're going to be at the amusement park, him and his friends, for like the whole day. And I do not feel like watching them. I may leave and come back. I won't tell them that. They won't. No, I'm just kidding. It is nice being that close though, that I could be like, hey, I'm going to go home and I forgot something at home and then come back. But it's really close.
I guess that's all we got, right?
Oh yeah. Did I write down who won Glinda? No, I told him to email. I'll write it down too. But I told him to email. Adam C. Glinda. I won't know who Adam C. is without him emailing.
Yeah. I'm still I actually am waiting for someone.
What was Bob doing?
No, I was waiting for someone to email. I just wrote that down that I could have.
Oh, all right. I don't really have anything else. We're just hanging out tonight.
Yeah.
Chat want to talk about anything? Otherwise, I think we can just go because I feel like I overtalked again tonight.
You're good.
Every time.
You're
Did you say every time?
You have to
No.
be Russ. You gotta fill those shoes.
Nobody vamps quite like Russ, though.
No.
Like
Yeah.
he just goes.
Yeah, he
How
goes
about
and
nothing?
yeah, and you come away from me, you're like, did he even say anything? What was he talking about? Nothing. No, I'm just kidding.
Absolutely nothing.
I don't know. I love our drives to Ohio, though. It's just like 10 hours of just us. It's great.
You and Russ.
Yeah. I told him we should podcast, but he's like, nah. Just live broadcast the whole way out.
That'd be good. I once
Yeah,
flew
yeah,
down to
too.
Kentucky for a drive with Ryan to Canton.
Yeah, see?
We did not podcast it,
No.
but it was enjoyable.
Should have.
I went from Cincinnati with Bosch to Canton, and he left me in the parking lot when he went into the amusement park. He went in for a soda, and I'm sitting in the parking lot. I'm like, couldn't we have gone to like a gas station or something?
No, he's got the free cup at Kings Island.
It's the only place that he can get this certain type of soda is going into Kings Island. So he goes and uses his season pass, gets the free soda, and then comes out back out. And I'm just sitting in the parking lot at Kings Island. I would have gone in.
What? But you probably need a special pass that he has to go.
No, I mean, he would have had to buy a day ticket or whatever. But so it was just,
I'm not buying a day ticket for a soda.
it was a funny scenario where, I mean, I was sitting doing work anyways, so it wasn't a big deal or whatever. And I made the story sound better by saying Bosch just went to a music park and left me in the car.
That was one of the funniest text messages that we've ever received. That because we were driving out to Canton too.
Yeah. That was all of a sudden I'm like, he went into the amusement park. What? Could have gone to like Urban gas station or something.
He left me forever. He left me.
I
mean,
he didn't leave the keys so I could put the air conditioner on.
I mean, technically it was correct. He did leave you in the car to go into the amusement park.
I mean, no idea how long it was.
All right. One last question before we get out of here, maybe for the chat too. If you guys are going to go to, and I mean, you guys on the show, the chat can answer too. If you were to go to an SFB live event that you've never been to before, which one are you picking? If you're going to go to a new one this year, which one are you picking?
Do we have to pick one?
Yep. What's top? You don't have to pick one. I'm just saying, what's number one? What's number one on the list? You're like, I'm putting in for this one. I want it, like, even if it's to draft or not draft, just go. Which one are you going to?
So
Got an Orlando in the chat.
Well, I'm probably going to go to the Orlando one this year. Like, I get the green light to do that, but I'm also planning to go to Philly. I'm also planning to go to New York.
Okay.
The one that like I get jealous of is LA.
Yep. Okay. Denver, Iceland. We got hoping for Detroit area. We do have one in Battle Creek, Michigan. We had one last year. We'll probably have it again this year just because it went off well. Everything went off pretty well, and it's right in between Grand Rapids and Detroit. So it's a nice middle spot, and it's at a casino and all that fun stuff.
The Vegas one looked awesome too.
Cruise.
Yeah.
We're totally going to do the cruise. That's definitely happening.
I mean, I already did the song.
Basement. So. We got a Dallas. I would love to go to the Dallas once.
The Russ's Basement is going to be a tough ticket. I'll tell you that.
Denver's come up
exclusive.
twice. I went to Denver's last year. It was good. It was a good time. Dave puts on a good show.
London.
New York, LA, Boston. Sure.
This is the problem. Is there so many great live events all across the country? It's so hard to just be like, oh yeah, I want to go to that one.
Yeah, I want to go to Boston too.
Yeah, Boston. I mean, Boston. The event was fun, but the people in the atmosphere aren't worth it.
Well, but breakfast was good.
The breakfast was good.
Breakfast is good.
I mean, the company, whatever, but the food was good.
LA would be cool. LA is a good one. LA is a good one.
Like Minnesota is a fun one just because the amount of people that are there. Cincinnati, you've got so many people drafting.
I just don't think Tampa's happening.
Yeah, it's tough with Orlando already. Orlando runs pretty smooth and it's not that far.
Yeah. Tampa might be the one that I just don't think is happening, but
Already got two in Florida.
Do you see Adam C is asking teams? It's team at fantasycares.org.
You got it correct, Adam. That's right. Boston was the best. It was good. Live convention. Probably Utah. Oh, have a live convention in Utah? Interesting. We don't.
We'll know soon.
Yeah, I mean, I know that the possibility exists for Nashville, right, Bob? Maybe.
Yeah.
I know that that's a potential landing spot, but there are a bunch of potential landing spots. But
Presque Isle, Maine has made a pitch.
It has Scranton, Ohio, or Scranton, Pennsylvania, also in the running for this year. Raleigh and Charlotte. How many others? I would love for Vegas to have like an all-day 10 draft type thing. Like have people just coming from all over. That is going to be a week for me though, because the weekend we probably will do Vegas is 2.5 days after I get back from 10 days in Scotland. So it's 8 days in Scotland, whatever it is, 8 days. Yeah. So that's going to be interesting. Honestly, this is one I don't know that this ever comes back. Do you, Bob?
Unless that guy that mentions it is running it.
Even then, like that. I mean, we won't talk about it on air, but that one is just, it's tough to do. You wouldn't think it. Like it seems like a big city. Like you wouldn't think it, but that one just, I just don't know that one's happening. Vegas 2-day. Oh boy, that sounds like people could get in trouble. Ryan, did I ever tell you my story about the piano bar in Vegas? I've told it on this show a bunch of times, so I can tell you off air. But
I don't know if I've heard that one.
Magical time at the Vegas.
Yeah. I'd like to see. I'd like to go to Vegas. I think that would be going, but Hawaii or London. Just to get out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't go to the Hawaii one this year because Ryan and I are flying out to the Maui one.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Fine.
Yep.
I'm gonna go to Spain.
Oh, that's funny.
I'll go to Barcelona. Maybe
The running of the fishbowl.
Nice. The running of the fishbowl. Oh my god. That's great. I should make a shirt. I'm a graphic designer by trade. So.
You are. That's been discussed multiple times.
Oh man, that'd be funny. Let's call it. That was a good final question. Let's call it a day and come back. I don't know. Whenever we come back, I don't know. Maybe it's next Wednesday.
I don't know.
I'll be around.